I'm Melissa, the Funky Crunchy Mama, and today we're going to make some turtle mops. I saw this pattern in my Etsy shop, and it's a great way to use up your end-of-life towels and old jeans. So I cut out my pattern and I taped together the body, and I've got my pieces all cut out. Except for the towel, which I haven't gotten to yet, but just wanted to talk a little bit about the towel that you choose first before we start. It is an old towel that is end of life, and it's not super bulky. If you pick a really bulky one, it can, when you cut it, it takes up a lot of room. So in which case then you need a larger shell, or your pieces can get a little wonky. So stick with one that's a little on the thinner side. Also, I like to use denim. You can use a quilter as well, but with the denim it provides enough thickness that it keeps the head upright. If you stick it on a fridge like this, because we put little magnets in the front, whereas with this one it kind of flops around a little bit with the quilters. So that is that. You could probably stitch in a little extra support, zigzag across here if you wanted, but so I'm going to cut out my shell, or cut out my body out of the towel, and then we will get all the pieces placed. All right, so I have my pieces cut out. I'm going to take my towel and I'm just gonna lay down, I'm gonna line it all up like so. And then I'm going to make sure you have the side showing that you want. Like so. And then you're just, get the head up there. And then you're just gonna take it and you're gonna flip it so that you get it on the inside, and you can just go like this so that it all lines. And then give them a little pull in so that your seams kind of match up. Don't ruin your angle. And then you're going to pin these in place and stitch them through here. Oh, also your tail. So your tail is this long rectangle piece. You're just going to make it into like a bias tape. So fold it in half, press it, and then fold the outer seams into the center and press it. And you can just stitch this, run a straight line down this one, so, and that'll become your tail, which we will use in a little bit. All right, so I have my pieces stitched together, and I'm going to just put this down and make sure all my angles worked out all right. If not, I can always remove a foot or a head and try again. So it looks like it lines up pretty well. So I'm gonna just take these and press these seams open to make it easier. It'll be less bulky at those edges. So I'm just gonna press those down, and then I'm going to flip this and
stitch it from here and then around this way to about here. And then we'll put our magnets in if we're using them. And we're going to stitch those shut. And we'll add our tail. So I have my turtle stitched, and I flipped it over and made sure I got the towel and the denim on both sides. I left the base open, so we're going to use that for flipping. I don't think I put a seam allowance in the pattern. I guess it's about 1/4 inch. If you get a little wide on some of them, you might want to make a snip along the joints just so that it doesn't pucker in those areas when you flip it right side out. So I'm going to do that real quick. Also, if you have a little extra in certain spots, feel free to trim those up so it doesn't get too bulky in those spots. So I have it flipped right side out. At this point, if you are using magnets, you're gonna add them in here, and then you'll just top stitch those close to the seam. Otherwise, we're gonna just pull out all the edges here, make sure everything is pretty straightened out, and then you can either press it, or I absolutely loathe ironing, so I just use barrettes, or you could use clips or pins, and pull these out, and then I'm going to stitch around the outside edge, including the paws. If you don't do this part, when you wash and dry it, it will suck into itself. So, and you won't have any way to pop it back out. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grab my tail and I'm gonna put that in here. So I'm gonna have to pause because I don't think I brought that with me, unless I stuffed it in my pocket. I did not. So I got my tail and I'm just gonna pop that in here, fold these edges in, my tail in, and then because it's denim and it's very thick, I'm gonna put them side by side so I know that my machine can handle it. And then I'll just put a barrette on those as well. I love these barrettes. They're great. Those plastic clips are so expensive, and I don't mind using pins, but there are certain times they're challenging. So I'm gonna put those there. Also, when you're flipping things out, this is a hemostat. They are, I bought it when I started rug braiding, but they are great for flipping things that have like small edges out. So if you need to grab something, you can clip it and then clamp it and pull on it. And then it's also got this nice curved edge, so you can use it to shape things outward if you need to. So, all right, I'm gonna go stitch around the whole thing, just on the body, and then we'll be done. So here's our final product, yay. I just top stitched around the shell, and that'll keep the legs from getting sucked in when we wash it. You can wash it with your jeans or your towels. Should come out like new. If you want to, if you choose to use like a quilters, feel free to try and like zigzag across the neck, and that should provide a little bit more support if you use magnets in the fingers or in the hands. If you've enjoyed this pattern, I hope you'll check out some of my other ones. I do kids capes, I do ice pack pals. These are fun. I've got easy on kids mittens, kids and toddler mittens. That is all. If you have any, I love positive reviews. If you want to leave a positive review, if you have any additional feedback, ways I can improve, please feel free to send me a message and let me know. Otherwise, thank you, and I'll
talk to you soon.